Just a quick one, guys, before we get into today's video. We have dropped our brand new August collection. We've got the Surrender or You'll Die BB t-shirts, along with the Glasgow Rangers Union Jack tees. If you want to shop the new collection, go down into the link in the description or go to rfcclothing.com. Anyway, let's get into today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, we're well on our way towards 26,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already hit that big red button, please consider doing so. And in return, we'll keep you on the straight and narrow of everything in regards to Rangers Football Club this summer and beyond into the season. Guys, in today's video, we've got a few bits and pieces to discuss, a lot of small bits in different areas to go over with you with regards to the famous Glasgow Rangers. And guess what? PSV players running their mouth again. They never learn, do they? They are the biggest crybabies I think I've ever met. What's up with the Dutch? I mean, I'm not going to blame the Ajax. I don't think Ajax moan as much. But PSV, Jesus me, where's this self-entitlement from with regards to that club? I don't get it. I seriously don't get it. I don't think they've won their own division in God knows how long. I don't know where this entitlement is and where it's coming from. But yeah, we'll go through the latest crybaby and basically what he said, that he is confident that it will demolish Rangers in the next leg. Well, we'll see, mate. We'll see. But anyway, let's go through some of the news. Of course, yesterday there was a lot of Europa League qualifiers taking place, and basically, you know the scenario. If we lose to PSV at the end of the week, we go into the Europa League. However, guess what? Well, we always thought we were going to be into pot 1, which was always a boost and a good bonus. However, there was one caveat that I spoke about last week. If Ajax won and Dinamo Zagreb won and got through, then Rangers unfortunately would drop into pot 2. First leg has then taken place. Ajax pumped Ludogorets 4-1 and Dinamo Zagreb beat Sparta Prague 3-1. So basically, if we lose, more than likely it looks as though we are going to be into the Europa League pot 2, which is a bit of a blow because we can get a link up again with Liverpool. We can get a link up with other sides, you know, kind of Battle of Britons with West Ham and that and all the rest of it. So yeah, we would want to be in pot 1 ideally, but yeah, it looks like that we could drop into pot 2 and yeah, have a reunion with Ajax, a reunion with Liverpool again. So yeah, it's not the most encouraging news, but we know what we need to do. We need to win that game against PSV, go into the Champions League and go into pot 3. That's the way we've got to do it. But yeah, that's the latest with regards to Europa. It looks like we could go into the pot 2. Now, in other news as well, there is more stuff with regards to big Yanis Hadji. Yes, Yanis Hadji apparently exit has basically, well, it's been well documented with regards to his situation. You know, Michael Bills came out stating that he can't guarantee him first team football and all the rest of it. And there's been sort of interest from the Turkish Super League. And basically now, Rangers' transfer price that they've kind of put him out are putting off other teams. And basically it's kind of been hard for them to get there. But basically, yeah, they basically stated that the price that Rangers want is putting teams off. And basically, the Hadji Senior, he's always coming out and speaking about situations with regards to his son, and basically refused to get drawn in and stated, next question please, next question, when asked about his future. He also was asked about if he could bring the player to his team, and he said, oh, we can't afford Yanis Hadji. It would be sensational if we could bring in a player of Yanis for stature, but unfortunately not. Basically, yeah, they're just talking about bits and pieces. But having said that, there is a lot of interest in Yanis Hadji. However, as I said, the price that Rangers want for him has put off a lot of football clubs. So that remains to be seen whether he will leave over the next sort of couple of weeks. Or next week, should I say, sorry. Only 7 days or so remain left of the transfer window. And Mick Bill has basically said that a few players will be going out of the door and there could be room for 1 or 2 more players coming in the door. So that's a situation that remains to be seen. In other news, of course, we've got PSV, as I said, this week. And I will touch upon PSV in a minute with regards to the latest player running his mouth. But, of course, we're going to be looking at obviously the situation remains that they could lose a player. Do you know there was a standout player at Ibrox going by the name of Bakayoko? He had a good game, and basically he was subject to a bid this week from Burnley, £20 million it seems. I think it was initially rejected. However, Burnley has stated that they could return back to the table once more for his services. Let's just hope it goes through and he's not there, because any player going out away from them and making them weaker is a boost for us. Now let's see it. It's new PSV Eindhoven star Serginho Dest has vowed to finish off Rangers next week in the Champions League. So let's read it. Let's read what he's got to say. He said, "We are unfortunate not to get the win against Rangers. I am confident we will get the victory we need in the home game. It was a busy time for me, but it was a modern football was all about. I would have preferred to have little more time so I could have adapted quicker." Basically going on to it, he went, "We are capable so much more than we showed against Rangers. It's certainly an advantage that we know each other and we're also friends of the field, which also helps. I think we can both show even more next week against Rangers. We can definitely become champions of the Netherlands, and we know what we need to do to win next week because everyone wants to play in the Champions League." Okay, this is deja vu. This is what's happened last week. Joey Veerman came out recently, their club legends came out recently in the press and all the rest of it. And I don't know where they get this self-entitlement from PSV Eindhoven. I can understand if you're an Ajax, you know, a bit of European pedigree. I know PSV have won a European Cup back in the day. But Ajax, you know, they don't really run their mouth. They kind of do their talking on the pitch, and they get to Champions League semi-finals and they get to Europa League finals and all the rest of it. I can't, and even Feyenoord. As I said, Feyenoord even get into the final of the Conference League. But I'm sorry, where's PSV in this whole picture? I ain't seen PSV get to any finals recently, and I ain't seen them do anything in Europe. Where's this self-entitlement? They think they can just go into the Champions League. They ain't won the league in about 6 years in the Netherlands, and they ain't been in the Champions League for 5 years. So they keep running their mouth. They keep on making out as if we're going to be easy and lie over. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the time. I'm not sitting here and running my mouth saying Rangers are going to pump them off the park. I don't. I think it's going to be a tough game. But I hate the way that they did this last year and they're doing it again this year with the run and the gob. They keep talking, and saying they should have done this, they should have done that. It was the same last year. We should have done this, we should have done that, we should have done this. But you didn't do it. You didn't win. You didn't get through. Again, you didn't win the tie at Ibrox. Why is this self-entitlement thinking that they can just roll over teams? Yes, they're a good side. They're a very good side. Yes, they probably could have won. They probably should have won, you know, with the players that they have on the pot, the players that they've assembled. But they didn't. And that's the thing they need to do. I really hope there's a team. I just said I didn't really dislike PSV beforehand. But over this sort of last encounters over the last period of time, I really dislike them. I just have this horrible entitlement. And I know, like, there are some big clubs, and I do think PSV are a fairly big club in the Netherlands. Nothing on Ajax. Nowhere near Ajax. I don't know where that self-entitlement's from. But, you know, PSV are a big side. They've got a decent history, but I don't like this entitlement where they think that they can just they just keep running their gob. And I really hope it bites their ass. Like, I really comes back to bite their ass next week and we go and pump them out there again. I would love to see that Joey Veerman crying. I really would. I liked him before. He's a big crybaby, isn't he? As Rory Keane would say, he's a baby. Honestly, a baby. All of them are babies, man. I just can't wait to just shove it right up them next week. But anyway, yeah, that's that done. We got Ross County at the weekend, guys. We got Ross County first. Sorry for my little rant about PSV players, but they're really doing my nut in this week. They annoy me so much. I don't know why I'm getting so caught up by it, or they really are getting to me. I don't know what it is. But yeah. As I say, Ross County this weekend, we need to make sure we win that game. We need to make sure we win that game in the league. And as I say, Celtic are having a bit of, not crisis, I think it's unfair, they lost one game. We've also lost one game this season, but we need to, I think we're at this moment in time where we need to be getting all 3 points on the board, because I do think Celtic are going to have a little lull. Even if they are bringing players in at the last weeks of the transfer window, that's cool. But I think they're going to have a little lull here. They're going to be having a bit of an issue. Even just gelling in players. So we need to capitalise. We need to beat Ross County. We need to do our best to get into the Champions League group stages. Then we need to beat them next week. Next weekend. We need to beat them before that international break. Reclaw that 3 points and go into the international break on top of the Scottish Premiership. That's it. That's the feeling I want. But Rangers fans, that's all I've got for you today. What do you make of Yanis Hadji's situation, and how much is he worth in today's market? And what are your thoughts on these PSV crybabies? As I said, let me know down there in the comment section below. That does bring us then to today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Take care. Oh, remember, we have got t-shirts available on our website, so do browse it by going down into the link in the description or go to rfcclothing.com. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.